Howdy, 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 and more howdy to you. Welcome to the Lady Walker Show. I am Lady Walker. We have a gem dandy of a show coming your way. And beloved, thanks to Tria for allowing me to come into your home to sup a little tea, Java, whatever with you. Okay, I got a lovely, lovely, fantastic guest here tonight. She has been here before and she is back to update us upon what's going on in her neck of the woods. So put your hand together for the Duchess, Jureesa McBride.
Hello.
Howdy,
Thank you.
Duchess.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here.
And it's a pleasure to see you because it has been a minute.
It has.
It has been a minute
It's
since
been
the
a
last
while.
time that I saw you.
Right.
And so
right.
many things have transpired since then.
Yes, yes.
And
of
we are
course.
going to start in the future first, and then we are going to go backwards into the past. Sort of interesting. Normally I start with the past, you know, how you got to where you are, but this time we are starting with where you are right now.
Right now.
So I know that you have your own new record label.
Yes.
Okay,
yes,
tell
we
me
do.
how did that come about?
Yes, we do. Well, my manager suggested that we should have our own record label. You know, it's a lot of different labels out there, but it would be different to start off producing that first album and send it out through our new record label. So that's exactly what we did, which is JSS Records.
JSS
and we
Records.
released the album, I'm a Woman First, Tales
This
from
is
the
it.
Duchess.
I'm a
That's
woman
it.
first. I'm a
That's it.
woman first. Jureesa
Right.
McBride.
You remember the last time I came, it hadn't been released yet.
Exactly.
So now it's out there. It's been out there since June or July 2013.
All right. This is nice. I love the cover. You know, one thing about you, I love your hairstyle. Okay, this one is different, but you got thick, beautiful hair, and I love your hairstyle, and I love it today.
Thank you.
That is such a beautiful hair color. What color is that?
It's like a fiery red.
It's gorgeous.
Fiery red, yes.
And you got that thick hair.
My beautician makes sure she spice it up and
Oh,
give it
really?
that extra boom.
It's cute and it goes with, and I told you earlier before we got on camera that the necklace around your neck is just beautiful.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
All right, now you got your own record label, and under that record label, you released this new album.
That's right.
I'm a Woman First,
That's
Jureesa
right.
McBride, The Tales of the Duchess.
It's blues, soul, all of that inspirational. I tried to put everything into that one album. That was the first project, so we wanted to give something to the people that everyone could listen
So
to.
this is the first project under the record, the new record label.
Exactly. That's the first album, period.
Oh, period. Now, you know,
Yes.
the last time you was here, it was don't, that was just probably, I don't know. Was it Put Your Cookie in My Milk? Was
Yes,
it?
that was the single that was released.
Okay, really?
That was
How
the
about
first
that?
single that was released. and
Cookie in
people
My
are
Milk.
still enjoying that now, and a lot of people, they're still
Now,
requesting.
tell me about when you say a single, somebody like me who may be illiterate in that particular
Well, the
arena.
single is it's the song that you decide to come out with before you release your album.
Oh, okay. So did that do well?
Yeah, it did pretty good, and it's still, like I said, it's still getting out there. It's been out there fresh for a year, so people are still, you know, getting to know about it and downloading it and asking about it. And when I go and perform it, the crowd just go crazy.
Okay, you don't have to go into great details, but what really inspired you to write that particular single at that time?
I was just thinking about something fun, something that would be different than what I usually hear, and I was like, I've heard a lot of metaphors before, but put your
So that's a good
metaphor.
That's a good metaphor.
That's a different one.
So
And then it
describe your
sugarcoats
music.
it.
Describe your music, because I'm pretty sure each one is somewhat different.
Yes,
Or would you
all-
say
all of it is.
describe various aspects of your
Well,
music
well,
or the theme of your music?
Okay, well, my music is very soulful. It's very bluesy. It's fun. It's a lot of different emotions involved. And that's the aspect that I tried to do with that album, because I want to show them different parts of me instead of just focusing on one type of genre or, you
That's
know,
good, because
anything.
people will sort of put you in a box.
They will. They
And that
will. I
limitation
don't want
is
to be in a
there.
box.
I know. So you're right. That's good. It's not just blues. You do soulful.
That's right.
And you do
Blues,
a lot more than
soul,
just that. And you also, you started out doing gospel.
No. Well, I've done gospel. I was with a gospel group called the Heavenly Angels in Port Gibson, Mississippi, and that's when my teenage years. That's what I used to do. And but other than that, I had been writing and focusing on writing music, and of course, I told you I started off writing poetry.
Exactly, but do you still do that? I'm pretty sure it's sort of intertwined with your singing and with your writing, because you write most or some of your own
I
songs.
write all of my music, and I write for other artists as well.
Now that's the benefit, isn't it?
It is. That's the best part about it, being blessed to be able to write. So I'm just
because a lot
grateful.
of people don't write their own music, do they?
Exactly.
So how do you come about? What inspires certain, even like some of your songs on your new release, I'm a Woman First, Jureesa McBride, The Tales of the Duchess, okay?
That's right.
I'm a Woman First. How did you get the song all at one time, or did it come in days, weeks?
All the songs that I write, they all at one time.
Really?
It's just like that. That's how I write. Everything is often all at one time. And it's never any force put into me writing, because it just comes.
So it just comes.
Right.
So as for you started out doing poetry, do you intertwine any of your poetry into?
I do sometimes, but I have my poetry, and it's safe to me.
Okay.
It's safe. And when I say it's safe to me, it's because on that album, none of my poetry is included on that album. But I do have it, and I go back and forth into my poetry book and kind of pick different lines, or that's how I do it. I just
did you make a book? Did you do a poetry book yourself?
I have a portfolio about that thick full of poetry that I've written over the years.
So your songs that you write has nothing to do.
They're separate from the poetry.
That is so interesting. How do you know, like, okay, this is a song, this is not poetry? How do you distinguish between the two, especially with doing? Do you still sit down and write poetry?
I do sometimes. I try to focus more on.
But how
the
do you
song
distinguish between poetry and your songs?
Well, I think as a songwriter, and people out there that's songwriters, they can kind of distinguish the difference between what's going to be a poem and what's going to be a song. Or if you start off writing poetry and it starts sounding like something else, and you're like, oh, I can put a chorus to this, and this can be a song. So this is not even meant to be poetry. So that's how I distinguish the difference between the poems that I write and the songs that I write.
Do you do your own music itself behind it?
I do, in my head. Okay.
You don't play any instruments?
I want to. I have them.
Oh, you have them, but you don't play them.
And I want someone to teach me how to play them.
Well, maybe one day you would get there, okay?
I do, because I feel like if I can play all this music inside my head, then somewhere down the line I should have the gift of playing it physically. That's the way I think. Because if they could hear the music in my head, it's nonstop. And so that's how come I'm always in the mood.
How do you turn this off?
You don't.
At night when you are trying to sleep, okay, stop.
If I'm asleep and I have a certain rhythm in my head, or I hear a certain song in my head, I have to wake up and write that down. And I do.
Regardless of what time, wee hours of the night, early morning.
Yes.
So you got a pencil or a pen by the bed with a tablet?
I keep it close.
Because, isn't it so interesting? You can get these ideas or whatever it may be, songs, ideas, poetry, and you may be a little bit lazy to get up. And if you don't have that by the bed, you tell yourself, okay, I can remember this the next day, and you don't.
Well, what I do, if I don't have a pen or paper beside me, I usually take my phone and record what's in my head.
How about
either way it go, I still manage to write it down.
That is great. Never thought about that part. Well, we are going to take a break, and we are going to come back and see what else is going on in the Duchess life.
Okay.
All right. Beloved, we will be right back. Welcome back, beloved. I am sitting here with the Duchess, Jureesa McBride, and she got some interesting stuff to share with us. So we left off talking about your record label and all of that. Also, you write for other music artists?
I do. I write for a few. One in particular is Stevie J from Jackson. Yeah, I wrote 2 songs on his new album. And I'm getting ready to write with a young lady in Louisiana. I can't say her name right now, and several others.
Do you sit down with them and say, okay, or do you just, whatever's in you, or do you sit down and collaborate with, okay, what do you want me, how do you want this to go about, or whatever?
Right, that's basically what I do. If they contact me about writing a song for them, I basically ask them what they're looking for, what tempo, what aspect of the song they're trying to give out in that song.
Wow, look at you! Wow, so a lot goes in when you are writing for other people.
Right, because I don't want it to be just a song that they sing. I want it to be something that they can relate to.
What?
Right. So
that is so interesting.
Yeah,
that is so interesting. Okay, you got your record label, you got your new CD album that was released that you released under
and JSS Records. And JSS Records, it stands for the women in our family.
Oh, really?
Jureesa, Shirley, and Shanika.
How about that? Well, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay, now some other things about you. You are a member of the Just Blues Music Foundation.
I am.
Tell us about that.
Well, the Just Blues Music Foundation, they're originally out of Atlanta, started by Mr. Charles Mitchell. And I think they started about 16 years ago. But every year we have the conference and award show in Memphis, Tennessee. But
this is every year?
Yes, every year.
There's a conference, okay.
Every year. This will be our third year going. And this year they'll be in Tunica, Mississippi.
Tunica.
So they moved it from Memphis to Tunica. So everyone is very excited because there's a lot planned for that whole conference, which would be June 30th through the 3rd, August 3rd. And so it's a lot of big names coming. It's going to be a lot of different programs taking place. I think the first night it'll be Denise LaSalle. She's doing a homecoming party. And it's going to be the Night of the Living Legends. And
I like that, the Night of the Living Legends.
They have
the Duchess. Jureesa McBride.
They have a jug joint. They have a jug joint party that's going to be taking place as well. And of course, they have the honors of the different people that they're honoring. And I will be performing August 1st at the Gold Strike Casino. And I will be performing. That is the Living Legends. That is the all-white party, and that's the Legacy Ball.
Oh, okay.
So it's going to be very nice. It's going to be some more artists that's going to be showcased that night as well. So I'm very excited about it.
You are. How many selections will you be doing?
Well, I'm going to do a number of selections. So I'm not sure just yet, but it will be a little blues, funk, and soul.
All right. Are you going to collaborate or perform with any other artist, or
no?
Have you ever done that?
As far as collaborating and singing
and getting
a song
up there
together,
performing together?
No, I haven't. I've heard people say that they wanted to.
Oh, really? They want to with you? So
yes.
You got that powerful, soulful, funky voice.
Yes. So I've had a lot of people that said they want to collaborate with me. So time will tell. Time will tell. I'm excited all the time. So.
And you'll be performing August the 1st.
August the 1st, along with some more artists as well. So
now
I'm
you have
excited
opened shows for quite a few artists.
I have artists that I thought I would never ever open up shows for, when I first started off. But as far as Lattimore, Bobby Rush,
yes.
I've been on shows with Trudy Lynn, Carol Fran, Bobby Blue Bland,
wow,
and numerous of others. So I'm
anybody
just very
in
blessed.
the future that you would certainly like to open for?
Yes, Denise LaSalle.
Oh. But she's going to be, so you won't be opening.
No, I won't be opening for her on the night she's performing. She's performing on that Thursday night, I think, for that homecoming party. That's the first night of the conference.
All right. So this is like 3 days or?
It is. I
event?
think it's 3 or 4 days. It's June the 30th.
July.
July the 30th through August the 3rd.
Okay, so you got a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to be there all 3 days?
Yes, we stay for the whole conference. What they do.
Wait, that's 3 days, 30th. 1, 2. There may be 3 or 4 days, something like that.
Right. Because the last day is on the 3rd of August. but we have different meetings and workshops. So it's a great place to come to learn about the music industry and to know the things that you need to do as far as an artist or a manager or anything that's dealing with the industry. They will teach it there. They have different workshops, and we have a good time.
So you had some advice from quite a few people.
I did, and that's why I'm so thankful and blessed. This will be our 3rd year going, since we've heard about it, and it's like going to a big family reunion every year.
Oh, well, is it anything that stands out from one of the many people who have given you advice on your business, on what you are doing? Does anything stands out farther than someone else?
Well, mostly the one thing that I get told the most, and I'm very grateful for, is to remain humble and to stay myself and just keep pushing towards what I'm trying to do. And I take that very seriously because these people, they've made it. They've been out years. So with them giving me those encouraging words to continue doing what I'm doing, I just find that to be a blessing. And it sticks with me, and I take heed to it.
Do you travel a lot? You travel out of the country?
No, I haven't been out the country yet.
Exactly.
I'm going to put that yet on there.
Exactly, because you will.
Yes, I haven't been out yet. But I've traveled, to different states: Georgia, Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Alabama, and we're looking for more bookings to get on more shows. I rarely do things around here. I would love to. Do y'all hear me?
I know.
Would love to.
Look into that camera, okay, and tell them again, Duchess.
I would love to. The Duchess would love to do more things here in Mississippi. So, I just find it very challenging sometimes, but we
Isn't
never
it
stop
something
moving.
in your own hometown? It could be people may not recognize you or really embrace the gift or the talent that you have. And it's a sad thing. And it's sad that you have to go out and about, from your hometown to be able to be embraced.
Right. It sounds a little backwards.
I know, doesn't it?
It sounds a little
then
backwards.
when you come back, then they'll recognize you and then embrace you, which is totally ridiculous.
That's right, because when you're an independent artist and you're in this industry, you want that full support.
Exactly.
It's nothing like coming home and being able to have that full support of the people that's near you. And you want that same love that you have when you're out of town.
That's true.
You want that same love at home.
And they'll give it
as well.
mostly out of town. Well, we are going to take a break and we're going to come back and continue along the line on what's going on in your neck of the woods.
Okay.
All right, beloved, we will be right back.
For booking the Duchess, obtain CDs and other information, contact Sylvia Shirley at 601-218-8696 or email sylviashirley.sm@gmail.com or log on to www.theduchessjureesa.weebly.com.
Till my hands are red. Every day I work a full-time job. It might sound easy, but I tell you it's so hard. I got this issue I need to solve. Listen to me. But there's something that I gotta say. I'm a woman night and day. I'm a woman first. After all my...
Welcome back, beloved. I am here with the Duchess, Jureesa McBride. Okay, let's once again give that event that's coming up July the 31st.
It will be July the 30th through August the 3rd.
Okay.
That's the Just Blues Awards and Conference. And it's going to be held in Tunica, Mississippi this year at the Horseshoe Casino and the Gold Strike Casino. So those
that's two different...
they're intertwined together.
Really? Interesting.
They are.
Is this your first time performing there?
Well, I got a chance. Yes, that's my first time performing there in Tunica, period.
Oh, okay.
It is.
And Memphis, since the last year it was in Memphis, you did perform.
I performed at the after party there last year.
Oh, okay.
And it was fun.
But you were constantly, because of what you were in, this career you were in, you're constantly meeting new people.
I am, and
new artists,
new people in the industry, and I really love it because I like to interact with different people, especially when it comes to talking about music. So that's a plus.
When you started out, doing, music from that standpoint, you started out with the blues, even though you do other soul and other things. But what enticed you about the blues?
It was the feeling.
Okay, the feeling, huh?
The soul of the blues. And that's what entices me about the blues, because if you cut your radio on now, it's not too many things on there that you can say, oh, I understand where they're going with that.
True.
But when you listen to the blues, you might start crying, or you might get happy, because it's exactly what you might be going through at that time. And I love music that creates a person to think about what's going on in my life, what step will I be taking next, or I like music that make you think, and I like music that make you feel. And I feel like if you're a listener and you can't feel anything from that music,
yeah, something is wrong.
Something's wrong. It's not music to me.
Wow, that's great.
It's not.
So what's next for you?
Well, what's next for me after the Just Blues Awards? What's next for me is to continue working on a new album.
All right. After this one here.
Yes, we're still pushing that one.
Okay, you're pushing this one.
We're still
but at the
pushing
same
that
point in time, you are still working towards.
Yes. We can't stop. We can't stop working. We have to continue to.
Don't you
push forward?
Exactly. You don't want to become stagnated. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Woman first. Woman first. Let's just give just a little synopsis of each one. Okay. So that the people can know. Okay, this is what's on I'm a Woman First. Jureesa McBride. The Tales of the Duchess. I love that. First of all, where did the name Duchess come from?
Duchess is
because there's not a T in it. It's Duchess.
Duchess is a name that derived from meaning royalty, class.
Oh, I like that. I like that.
And what better way to put it than to show that women can be different in the industry?
All right.
Meaning that I don't have to show it all. I can just show my talent. But as far as getting on that stage, I can have younger women that look up to me. And I think Duchess stands for being a role model, showing that you can have class. Because in the world that we live now,
you can't really tell that some people have class, okay?
There you go. So I take my stage name very, very seriously.
Oh, it's your stage name,
yes.
But it's not part of your everyday. You would think it's part of your everyday.
I know, because that's what everybody started calling me.
Okay. Duchess.
Every time, I don't even answer to Jureesa anymore because everyone calls me Duchess.
Yeah, it's because it's part of you now.
Yeah, and that lets me know that it's a part of them now.
Exactly.
So it's on them, and now that's what they call me. So that lets me know that that's a part of my personality and who I am.
That's great.
It's not just I'm Duchess on the stage, but off too.
Okay. Now, Woman First. Just a brief synopsis of Woman First.
Woman First. Woman First is a song that I wrote dedicated to all women, because we go through a lot of things, and not just bad things, but it's just everyday living, the things that you do every day, taking care of your kids, going to work, running your own business, cooking, just everything.
That's a lot.
Catering to men or
Yes.
whatever, but it's dedicated to the women who work hard every day.
Okay, great. Did I? I don't have my glasses on, so okay. Maybe this is self-explanatory.
Yes, that's self-explanatory.
Okay. Oh, so interesting. Did I lay it on you right? Self-explanatory. Okay, let me move on.
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, I don't have my glasses on. What's that third say?
Let me be your super mistress.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Let me be your super. But I don't know if it's self-explanatory. It could be. Okay. Well, I just say it's unless you want to explain what that means.
No, Let Me Be Your Super Mistress. It's just a song that I wrote that has that certain groove that you can just groove to.
Yeah.
Okay. Just groove to. It shows the sensual side of a woman.
Okay, gotcha.
Not just wanting to be a mistress, but just the sensual side of it.
Okay, great. I'm a Southern girl.
We all are.
Okay, I'm a Southern girl.
We all are. And Southern girl is strictly blues And I like to say it's funky and it has attitude.
Okay.
And it's representing women as well. So
Okay.
I'm a Southern girl.
Okay. Now this was the last time when I interviewed you, this was your single, Put Your Cookie in My Milk. That was your single that was
Released prior to the album.
Okay, okay. Southern Soul
Swag.
Okay, like I said, I'm not trying to do this drummer here. Now, normally I have my glasses with my reading glasses.
Southern
Soul Swag
that
dance.
is actually a line dance that
Really?
we created. We're almost through getting it together so we can put it on video. And actually, it's featured by Howard Go Getter McBride, which is my brother.
Really?
It's my brother. He's rapping on there. I'm trying to push him on out.
Oh, really? That
Howard
is great.
McBride.
Howard
Yes.
McBride.
Yes. So he's rapping on Southern Soul Swag, and that song is actually being played a lot as well. So we have to hurry up and get that dance together.
As far as songs being played, how do the listeners have to call in and see if the DJ will
that's
play?
what we try to push the fans to do. Of course, we can't get in contact with all the fans, but I'm telling all the fans today, if you want to hear a song that's done by the Duchess, Jureesa McBride, call and request it at the radio stations. They have them.
Any radio station?
And here in Jackson, 90.1, 100.5, you want to hear it, call and request it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad you let us know that.
Yes.
All right. We got to take one more break, and
Okay.
we'll be back, and we're going to give that dough dates again, and then that'll be it.
Okay.
Okay, we'll be right back. Welcome back. I am here with the Duchess, Jureesa McBride. Now, you got one more song on this album, which is number 7, Can Still Make It.
Yes. You remember that was the song I sung the first time.
Yes. Okay. Very. You are right.
Yes,
So you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate the CD, and I'm certainly going to listen to it. Okay. Now, once again, you'll be performing on August.
Yes, I will be performing at the Just Blues Awards, which is coming up next week. And it will be July the 31st through August the 2nd. And so we're going to be there having our annual Just Blues Awards and conference.
Okay. Well, great. All right, bon appetit.
Yes.
I don't want to say break a leg. There gotta be something else. Is there something else to say besides that?
I don't know, shake a hip or something.
Shake a hip. Okay. All right, it has been real. I appreciate you coming out and just, updating me upon what's going on in your world.
Yes.
Thanks, Atria Duchess.
Thank you.
All right. In the meantime, beloved, we have got to go. Thanks, Atria, for tuning in, and we will see you next time on The Lady Walker Show. Ta-ta.